What's up my bro, Tundrum here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you my Rin and Seri Inseparable Dog and Cat Tribal EDH Commander deck. Now with Core 2021 right around the corner, the spoilers have been pumping out, and we have now seen most of the set, and there are so many new OP cards for both cat and dog tribals. And with the recent rerouter of Hound into dog, we now have the potential for a massive, powerful dog and cat tribal with Rin and Seri Inseparable. Now this deck, it's relatively cheap to build, it looks like it's going to be very, very fun to play, and just an all-round great deck. Now, Rin and Seri Inseparable, it's a 4-mana 4/4 legendary creature dog cat, and whenever we cast a dog spell, we get a 1/1 cat token. Whenever we cast a cat spell, we get a 1/1 dog token, and we can pay 9 mana and tap it to deal damage to any target equal to the number of dogs we control, and we gain life equal to the number of cats we control. This is so solid, it makes huge swarms of dogs and cats, can destroy any major threats, which can be quite hard in Naya. We don't really have many solid hard removal, and it gains us life, and a big body by itself. It's just an all-round great card, and possibly the best, even just cats alone, commander of all time. This deck is mostly cats, as there's only a bit of dogs, but it is still, I'd say about 20% dogs, and they go really well together. This video is going to be split into 4 sections: the cat and dog section, the ramp and utility section, the tribal payoff and bomb section, and the mana base section. So without further ado, let's get into the list with the cats and dogs section. First up, we're running 3 turbo efficient 1-drops, Wild Nakatul. It's a 1-mana 1/1 with the potential to become 2/2 or even 3/3 cat, very solid card. Lone Lion, 1-mana 1/1, and it gets 1/2 as long as we control a forest, can get very big. And Ashamu, Hound of Konda, it's a 1-mana 2/2, very good stats, dog, that's about it. Next up we've got Incl Survivalist, Feline Sovereign and Adaptive Automaton. Incl Survivalist, very solid card, 2-mana 2/1 with Megamorph, so we can play 3 mana to play it face down as a 2/2, pay 2 to turn it up and put a 1/1 counter on it, and when it's turned up we get a destroy target artifact or enchantment. Great value, very solid card. And then we've got Feline Sovereign, 3-mana 2/3, gives all our other cats 1/1 and protection from dogs, which doesn't really matter. And the 1/1 matters, but not the protection from dogs, I'm saying, you know. And then whenever 1 or more cats deal combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. This is nice, it makes all our swarmy cats really big, and it makes it easy to swarm over and destroy any problematic artifacts and enchantments. An Adaptive Automaton, kind of an auto-include in tribal decks, 3-mana 2/2, we choose a type, it becomes that type, and all our other creatures of the chosen type get 1/1. Solid card. Coming up next we have Bolt Hound, Pako, and Jang Yangu. Bolt Hound, 3-mana 2/2 haste, and whenever it attacks other creatures we control get 1 extra attack until end of turn. This is really solid, makes all our swarmy creatures a lot bigger, and a nice aggressive body. Pako, 5-mana 3/3 with haste, and when it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library, put a fetch counter on each of them, and put a 1/1 counter on Pako for each non-creature card exiled this way. Pako can get huge and is a great early swinger to swing out your opponents on turn 6 or 7 with a huge body. And Jang Yangu, 5-mana 4 Loyalty Planeswalker, we +1 him to give target creature +2/+2 until end of turn, -1 if we don't control a Mawu. We get a 3/3 Hound token, Mawu, which is actually a dog, because all hounds have been rewritten, remember. I kind of just class him as a hound, because that's his best ability. And then -5, target creature you can control gets +X and gains trample until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. He's a nice walker, and can get us nice bodies, and buff up stuff. Next up we've got Bronzehide Lion, super solid body that can give itself indestructible and make one of our other creatures much harder to kill for 2 mana. Pack Leader, insane dog tribal payoff from M21. It's a 2-mana 2/2 other dog. All our other dogs get 1/1. This is great with our swarm tactics. And when it attacks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to dogs we control this turn. This is so powerful. Pack Leader is so good, even when we only have a handful of dogs. But with all our cats, we will be creating a lot. And then we've got King of the Pride. 3-mana 2/1 gives all our other cats 2/1. Very solid card, very good lord. So good with our swarms, turns them all into 3/2s. Coming up next, we're running Quasar Pride Mage, Adorned Pouncer, and Faladar Sovereign. Quasar Primate, 3 mana 2/2 with Exalted, so it makes creatures that we control that attack alone get a bit bigger. It's also quite a nice body, and we can sack it to destroy any problematic artifacts or enchantments. This is a very good card. Then we have a Dawn Pouncer, 2 mana 1/1 double strike. Already a nice body with all our Lord effects, can become really massive, but it also, and it's a cat, so it summons a dog. All of our stuff summon cats and dogs, it's so powerful. And then we can also pay 5 to exile this card from our graveyard to create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie cat token with no mana cost. Eternalize only as a sorcery. So this is a nice early body, and it can turn into a massive threat late game. And then Felidar Sovereign, 6 mana 4/6 Vigilance lifelink, and we start the game with 40 life. This says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. If you have dropped below 40, you can gain your life back off this, and with our Rin and Seri, that ability there will gain us a lot of life, because we'll have a lot of cats, and so we can often just play this and win our next upkeep. Super solid card. Next up we have Leonin Warleader, Kahira the Orphan Guard, and Marcy's Twin Claws. Marcy's Twin Claws, just a nice 3 mana 4 mana 2/4 double strike body, can be really effective with Lord effects. Kahira, 3 mana 3/2 creature cat beast. It essentially just gives all our other cats 1/1 and vigilance. It has vigilance itself. Very nice Lord. And Leonin Warleader, it's a 2 mana 4/4 creature cat soldier, and when it attacks, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens that are tapped and attacking with lifelink. Leonin Warleader is so good, makes heaps of bodies really good. Kahira is really good, giving a huge buff to all our team. Just their Marcy's Twin Claw is pretty solid. These three are all very good includes. Coming up next we have Cub Warden, Pride Sovereign, and Keeper of Fables. Cub Warden's a 3 mana 3/5 lifelink, as mutate for 4, and when it mutates we get to create 2/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. This is a pretty solid card. Then we've got Pride Sovereign, an overpowered cat payoff. It's a 3 mana 2/2 and it gets 1/1 for each other cat we control, and we can pay a white, tap and exert it to create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. This is great, we can block with it and then tap and exert it to make itself bigger, make more bodies, and it's just an all-round insane card. And then Keeper of Fables, it's a 5 mana 4/5, and whenever one or more non-human creatures we control do combat damage to a player, which I think is every card in our deck, draw a card. So this is nice card advantage and a nice big body. Coming up next, we've got Marcy, Breaker of the Coil, Fleece Main Lion, and Jedit Ojan of Urvai, however you say that. Marcy, Breaker of the Coil is a 4 mana 5/4 legendary creature cat warrior that says your opponents can't cast spells during combat. That's a nice upside. And whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, which is very easy with our Swarm, this is so good in our deck, goad each creature that player controls. This is so solid with all our Swarm, we can easily shut down your opponents with the goading, and it's just an all-round great card. Fleece Main Lion, 2 mana 3/3, great stats, and if we can Monstrosity 1 it for 5 to make it bigger, it then becomes virtually immortal with Hexproof and Indestructible. Super solid card. And then Jedit Ojan is a 6 mana 5/5 Forest Walk, so it's quite hard to block, and whenever it attacks or blocks, we get to create a 2/2 cat warrior with Forest Walk. Massive body that's hard to block and create more bodies that are hard to block. It's a great card. Coming up next, we have Jazzle Goldmane, Murray Weatherlight Duelist, and Qasali Slingers. These are all insane cards. Qasali Slingers is a 5 mana 3/5 reach, and whenever it or another cat enters the battlefield under our control, we may destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is great to wipe out our enemies' boards of artifact and enchantments. It's so easy to make cat tokens, this is just such an insane card. Murray Weatherlight Duelist is so powerful. It's a 3 mana 3/2 first strike. Whenever it attacks, each opponent can't block with more than one creature this combat. Already insane. And as long as it's tapped, no more than one creature can attack you each combat. This is so solid, you need to be including this. And then Jazzle Goldmane, he's a 4 mana 4/4 first strike, and we can pay 5 to give attacking creatures we control +1/+1 and +X/+X, until end of turn where X is the number of attacking creatures. We swarm in with our massive swarm of cats with this, and dogs, which will normally have tons, activate them once or twice, and suddenly we have a board of hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of power coming at your enemies to wipe them out. Super insane. Coming up next, we've got Hungry Lynx, Stalking Leonin, and Elms Collector. Hungry Lynx, 2 mana 2/2, gives cats we control protection from rats, and at the beginning of our end step, target opponent creates a 1/1 rat, but whenever a rat dies, put a 1/1 counter on each cat we control. If we can get a few rats to die with this, by gosh, your board gets so huge. We get such swarms with our commander, suddenly our board just goes, gets massive. Insane card. Stalking Leonin, 3 mana 3/3, when it enters the battlefield, secretly choose an opponent, and then reveal the player you choose, exile target creature that's attacking you if it's controlled by the chosen player. Activate this ability only once. This is super solid. 3 mana 3/3 that exiles target creature attacking us, kind of, is really good. And then we've got Elms Collector, 3 mana 3/4 with flash, and it says whenever an opponent would draw more than one card, instead, that player is reduced down to drawing only one card, and you get a draw card. This is great to flash, and when your opponent plays a big draw spell, you get card advantage, you get a nice body to block with, just an all-round nice body, and shut down their draw, and it can get you future card advantage. Stupid OP this card is. Next up, we've got a Rescue Explorer, Brimaz, King of Aristocross, and Prowling Ceropod. Prowling Ceropod is a 3 mana 4/3, can't be countered, makes all our stuff uncounterable. Solid card, makes it harder for opponents to interact with us. Brimaz, 3 mana 3/4 Vigilance, whenever it attacks or blocks, we get a 1/1 white cat soldier that's blocked or attacking with it. Super solid OP card. And a Rescue Explorer, when it enters each opponent that controls more lands than us, for each opponent that controls more lands than us, we get to search for a plains and put it into our hand. Nice card advantage engine. And finally, we have Metallic Mimic and Regal Caracal. Metallic Mimic, it's a 2 mana 2/1 artifact creature shapeshifter. When it enters, we choose a creature type. It is the chosen type in addition to its other types, and each other creature that's the chosen type enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. This is so insane. We'll normally choose either cats, maybe dogs. Suddenly all the tokens we're making are way bigger. It's just so good. And then Regal Caracal, 5 mana 3/3, creates 2 1/1 cats when it enters. This is already really good, and it gives all our other cats 1/1 and lifelink. This is so solid. Regal Caracal is a bomb. You need to include it. I did forgot to mention Araba, War of the World. This is also meant to be in the deck, sorry. It's a 5 mana 5/5, legendary creature cat avatar with Evanescence, which is at the beginning of your combat on your turn if it's on the battlefield or in the command zone. Another target cat we control gets free until end of turn, and whenever another cat we control attacks, we may pay free. If we do, against trample and gets +X until end of turn, where X is its power. This is a super solid card and definitely worth the include. Makes all our cats massive. Double pump with this, and suddenly you can just go boom, have like a 20/20 attacker. Super solid. Now we're on to section 2, tribal payoffs and value engines. First up, we've got Herald's Horn, Icon of Ancestry, and Door of Destinies. Door of Destinies over the course of the game makes our creatures massive. Icon of Ancestry makes all our cats or dogs, whatever we choose, 1/1, and later on it can be a mana sink to get us some extra cards. Herald's Horn, it will choose a creature type. All the creatures we cast of the chosen type cost 1 less. Those will most often be cats, but you do sometimes choose dogs. And at the beginning of our upkeep, we get a look at the top card of our library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, we get to put it into our hand. Super solid. All these cards are essential, includes buffing our board and in some of the cases, getting card advantage. Super nice. Coming up next, we have True Conviction, Rishkar's Expertise, and Heirloom Blade. Rishkar's Expertise draws us a ton of cards often, and essentially only costs 1 mana because we can cast stuff from our hand that costs CMC 5 or less for free. True Conviction turns all of our creatures into massive double strike lifelinkers. This is a great top end, especially if we have a few Lord effects. Suddenly we have so much power lifelink on the board, so it becomes impossible, nearly impossible, for our enemies to kill us early, and much easier for us to kill them off. An Heirloom Blade for a 3 mana equipment, and for 1 we get to equip it, give the creature a nice stats buff, and when the creature dies we may reveal cards from the top of our library until we reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with it, and put it into our hand. This is nice card advantage and a nice buff. Coming up next, we're running Skull Clamp, Return of the Wild Speaker, and Beastmaster Ascension. Skull Clamp is really solid in this deck. It essentially says 1 mana, sack one of our weak cats or dogs, draw 2 cards. Really good. Return of the Wild Speaker, 5 mana instant. We get to either draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures we control, or all non-human creatures we control get +3/+3 until end of turn. This is really nice. The non-human free until end of turn can be so game-changing, and the draw cards can also be really nice. And Beastmaster Ascension, 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature we control attacks, we may put a quest counter on it, and as long as it has 7 or more quest counters on it, creatures we control get 5/5. We can often just do a massive swing with our tokens, get all 7 counters, and suddenly, bam, our board is titanic, and we kind of just win from there. Super solid. This is an essential include, just so busted. Coming up next, we're running Smothering Tithe, Rhythm of the Wild, and Triumph of the Hordes. Rhythm of the Wild makes all our stuff uncounterable, and all our non-tokens, we can either choose to have them with a 1/1 counter or give them haste. Super solid. Smothering Tithe, just an auto-include, great value engine, gets us tons of mana or makes our opponents pay. And Triumph of the Hordes, 4 mana sorcery, all our creatures get 1/1 trample and infect until end of turn. This can suddenly just come out of nowhere and win us the game. Super OP card. This sometimes has your opponents raging so hard. Now we're on to Section 3, Utility and Ramp. First up we're running Selesnya Signet, Talisman of Unity, and Gruul Signet. All 3 of these, nice colour fixing, nice ramp, just auto includes in the deck kind of. Yeah, just super solid. Next up, we're running Generous Gift, Swords to Plowshares, and Blossoming Defense. Generous Gift, just a white beast within, really solid, destroys target permanent. Its controller does get to make a free. That doesn't really matter, still really good. Swords to Plowshares, for a mere 1 mana, exiles target creature. Its controller does gain a bit of life, but really that doesn't matter so much in Commander for a 1 mana exile target creature spell. Super solid. And then we're running Blossoming Defense. 1 mana instant, gives one of our creatures 2/2 and hexproof until end of turn. This can be a nice save to push through damage, a combat trick, or if your opponent's, most likely this is the most used scenario, if your opponent's targeting your creature with removal, you just play this on it and then kind of counters the removal. Super solid card. Next up we're running Soul Ring, Cultivate, and Dromoka's Command. Soul Ring, auto include, everyone knows this, so good card. Maybe if you're in 5 colour, maybe not, even then it's still with the include, such an OP card. Cultivate, some nice ramp, ramps us to turn and make sure we always hit our land drops, and some nice colour fixing. Dromoka's Command, super OP instant, we get to choose 2, we get to prevent damage, put 1/1 counters on stuff, make players sack enchantments, or get target creature we control to fight target creature we don't control. It's just a busted card, this one, you need to include it. It's just, yeah, great card. This is so good in Selesnya decks. Coming up next, we're running Arcane Signet, Kadama's Reach, and Beast Within. Arcane Signet, nice ramp rock, better than any other Signet in the game, taps for any colour, really good. Kadama's Reach, 3 mana sorcery, same as Cultivate, really nice ramp and make sure we hit all our land drops. And Beast Within, 3 mana instant, destroy target permanent, its controller creates a free. Solid green removal, just an all-round great card. It's free is such a small downside, especially in Commander where free is kind of pathetic. And yeah, really nice removal, auto include in any green deck. Coming up next, we're running Heroic Intervention, which was so pricey, but it just got reprinted in M2021, and now it's plummeted down, so you want to grab these while you can. 2 mana instant, gives all our permanents hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Super solid OP card, need to be running this. Mirari's Wake, 5 mana, gives all our creatures 1/1 and doubles our mana. This is such a Commander staple, so good in our deck with all our Swarm, just OP. And Overwhelming Stampede, gives all our creatures +X until end of turn, and Trample, where X is the greatest power among creatures we control. This is really nice. If we have a big creature, suddenly our whole board has like a massive buff. Just an all-round super solid card. And now we're on to the final section, Section 4, the Mana Base. In the mana base, I'm actually not running the new M2021 Cat and Dog land. I don't think it's worth sacrificing a colour land just for a little land that you can sometimes invest mana to give a 1/1 counter and stuff. I actually don't like the card, so I'm not running it, but you can run it if you want. Outside of that, I recommend these are kind of essential. Path of Ancestry, Jungle Shrine, Command Tower, Unclaimed Territory, and Gavoni Township. Gavoni Township, for 4 mana and tap it, we get a 1/1 counter on all our creatures. Super solid. Command Tower and Unclaimed Territory kind of just both tap for any colour. Same with Path of Ancestry, but that enters tapped, but does let us scry one when we cast cats or dogs. And Jungle Shrine taps for essentially any colour in our deck. You can just, for the rest of the mana base, just throw them whenever. So, the shock lands, fetch lands, yeah, just really whatever. And, yeah, that completes the list, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more from me, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope to see you next time.